and tractor trailers. Come this way, Tommy. We're going to walk down to the Black Warrior River here. We're along the River Walk. This is the Bama Belle, which is a cruise ship for hire. They party cruises and that sort of thing. We talked to the owner a short time ago who put out some additional tie lines here. You can see that thick one that's attaching the boat to this very thick concrete mooring here on the shore, but they also have all these pilings here, and the owner of the boat was telling us how he plans to stay on this boat during the storm. This river, he says, can rise very quickly, up to 10 to 15 feet at a moment's notice, but again, he will be on the boat as the storm approaches, and here's what he told us.
The hard part is when the river starts subsiding, too, because now you're up above the pylons. The pylons are completely underwater. You got to make sure you don't come down on top of them when the river starts subsiding. So it's just as much work then as it is when the river is rising.
Again, they are expecting some flooding here in Tuscaloosa. This river could rise well above this dock here. They told me that it's even reached the parking lot level in the past, so that certainly could happen again. The big issue, you see a lot of trees here. They're worried about tree limbs coming down. And the other issue, of course, Martha, is this issue of price gouging. And the state attorney general has already said that he will vigorously pursue and prosecute anyone who price gouges, which means they charge more than 25% above the norm. We know that there have been runs on hotel rooms and generators and even gasoline as people top off their tanks, and the governor and the county's prosecutor saying, hey, don't price gouge or we will prosecute you. Martha?
Rick, give us a sense. I know you said that they've been telling people to stay inside, that they are worried about tornadoes in that area. Just show us a little bit of the scene there, and also let us know whether or not you are seeing people out and about.
It was very quiet on the streets of Tuscaloosa this afternoon. I think a lot of people are staying home. Again, the weather just got bad. It wasn't bad at all this morning. We started the day in Birmingham and traveled roughly, 70, 80 miles across the state to get here. The roads were relatively clear. The town of Birmingham last night was pretty quiet. And as you can see, the river is, it's still well within its banks. But again, the bad weather is just now approaching. They've told us to expect things to get a lot worse as the afternoon progresses. Certainly by 7 o'clock tonight, things could be pretty bad, approaching tropical storm force winds in this area. Streets quiet. We can't show you a lot of the town because it's up from us a bit. But it was pretty quiet on the streets. And again, the schools have been closed. The University of Alabama has been closed. And they are telling business owners it's up to you if you want to shut your businesses down for the day. But they're encouraging people to avoid roads if they can. I don't know if this is significant or not. Just a little runoff here already from the rain that's coming down from the parking lot above us. But as you can see, with these heavy rains approaching, they are going to have issues with clearing water off of the streets here.
Rick, in terms of the boat, the owner there on the boat who runs the party boat behind you, we were hearing earlier that the shrimp boat captains were going to stay with their boats as well, and it seems to be, something that a captain might feel inclined to do and may or may not be the wisest thing, but it was interesting that he was saying he was going to be there basically to save his boat after the water recedes, right?
Well, yeah, you see these pilings here. These are big pieces of wood, like foam pole size. And he was saying that, that the river could easily rise above the height of the tallest piling there. And what he does is he rides those lines to guide the ship and keep it sort of away from those pilings. But then as the river starts coming down again, the bottom of the ship could be severely damaged if it hits the top of one of these pilings. So, he made it very clear he's got a big investment in this boat. And he doesn't want to lose it. So he's going to ride it out. Now, this is far from being as dangerous as certainly down on the Gulf. And people down there were encouraged to stay off their boats. On the river here, it's a lot safer. And he even told me that this line right here, this thick line right here, is his escape route. If things get out of control on that boat, he knows that he can grab a hold of that line and follow it to the shore and hopefully climb out of harm's way, Martha.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Rick, thank you very much. Rick Leventhal reporting from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We'll check back in with you later.